Welcome to Out the Mud. It's your boy TA, and I got my man Mac Bo with me.
Yo, yo, yo.
But today we get the honor and, salute one of the best point guards that ever played the game, Mr. Derrick Rose, legend, two-time state champion, youngest MVP to ever do it. Chicago's home, man. We got you in the building, man.
Look, I told you I was gonna come. I told Zebo too. Yeah, I'm here now. What up, man?
Man, well, we kicked the show off, with Out the Mud, obviously.
Yeah.
And you pretty much is a breed from that, you know what I mean? Coming up in this rough city we grew up in. Just give us some insight on what it was like growing up over there in the south side of Chicago, Inglewood.
I mean, it was tough. Like I always say, a lot of tough love at the time. Growing up, of course, people know I got 3 older brothers. My mom was the everything of the house, the mom and the dad. We lived with my grandmother and my uncles at the time on 73rd and Paulina, not too far from there, like 30, 20 minutes that way.
So.
And, we was fucked up. Living conditions was fucked up. At the time, I knew that we were struggling. I'm seeing my mom at the table, counting out money, seeing her, count it out and end with, just $50. She'd try to figure out with getting loans from her friends and stuff. And I can't lie, she paid back every loan that she took from her friends, and that's why her friends are her friends now, because she actually, held her word whenever she did loan money on my mama. So when she did do that, I'm seeing that when I'm young, and that's when I'm young, fucking around, but I'm seeing my mom need help. And it went from that to, of course, like y'all said, trying to get out that mud. But the more you ask, the more I'll tell you about some shit.
Yeah, so basically, you say you grew up on 73rd, Paulina.
Yeah.
Talk about the challenges you had to face, knowing the shootings, the gangs. How was you able to maneuver through and not be able to come a part of so much stuff that could lead you down the wrong path?
So my 2 oldest brothers, I was so young. They 16 or 17 years older than me. So when I was born, they wasn't really in the crib like that. So my brother that's next to me, Alan, above me, Greedy, he's 7 years older than me. So I was around him a lot. And me and my guys, we never gang banged. Some of my guys did gang bang. I remember being in the fucking circle, doing some shit that I ain't had no business doing. You know what I'm saying? And looking around and seeing none of my guys ain't there, but I'm there. And I'm like, nah, this shit ain't for me, bro. I'm going back to this shit on the court, bro. What the fuck was I doing over there? You know what I'm saying? But I'm peeping all this in my neighborhood, not knowing what I'm passionate about at the time. I'm not thinking basketball is my head thing. I'm just being a kid, just fucking around, roaming around the neighborhood, but seeing a lot of shit. And while I'm going through it, I'm seeing my brother, who I told you, Greedy, I'm seeing him. At the time, he was a knee freak. I'm going in his room, fucking up his room. He could tell when I'm in this room, I try to fuck with the remote or put the remote back exactly how he left it. He could tell I'm in there. So I went from seeing him be a neat freak to him wearing the same snow outfit for a whole month. What the fuck wrong with you, bro? You changing, bro. And it all came from the conditions of him living where we was living, the environment, but death too. You know what I'm saying? His best friend got killed. And I remember the day that his best friend got killed, that's the day that it changed him. He came in the crib crying, couldn't even get up the stairs. My mom helping him at the bottom of the stairs. He fell in our arms. I sprint out the crib, no socks on. I run to the block. I see Esco on the ground. And it's just traumatizing. But after that death, that's when I knew that that old Greedy that I knew, that shit probably was gone, because he in a whole nother realm right now as far as having to survive. he thinking like this is it. He ain't even thinking that little bro might change this shit because in the presence, he like, nigga, big bro and them, they living their own lives. I'm 20-something. I ain't go to college. I'm trying to figure shit out. So I'm seeing all this. I'm peeping it with me being light-skinned in the hood because that's a motherfucking factor too, nigga. That's a factor, bro. Like, it plays a role. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's hard for me to play with people like that because of seeing how light-skinned niggas get treated in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I ain't gonna be that light-skinned nigga. Nah, I ain't that.
No,
my sons ain't gonna be that.
You ain't going.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
out the mud.
With me seeing that, I never, and that's with all respect. I never show disrespect to no one. I lead with respect to everyone, and that's why I teach my kids. But at the same time, we treat that disrespect with however, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So going through that, seeing my brother go through that shit, it made me kind of build up a hunger because I started realizing not only was my brother, I'm seeing Red. I'm in the park late at night. I'm seeing Red get pistol whipped in the face. I'm the only kid at the park. I'm seeing him get pistol whipped. Damn, he stole something. I ain't stealing nothing. I'm seeing him go through something over here. Oh, he is. I'm peeping all of this going around me, on around me. You know what I'm saying? And was able to find no bullshit. I got on the right block out of all the blocks that I was around, gang banging on every block. The block I ended up being on was the block that the guys on the block only cared about dice and girls at the time. So Tim, who was gang banging, he called himself vibrating to circling around our block because it was safe. It wasn't no bullshit on that block. All old people, and it was us. And if you pull up over there, you know either we shooting dice or some girls around. And that's what he wanted to be around. And it kept him safe. So that's a part of it.
Can you talk about some of those? Because I know I'm from Chicago, but you know, I done tried to, you know, go playing small fry. I'm not sure you familiar with small fry. I hear a rumor, bro. They say they kicked you out of small fry because you dunked.
You too, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
If y'all don't know about small fry,
small
fry, they come put you in for all the shorties to play, you know, youth basketball, and they put you in this little, look like a damn casket. And if you outmeasure the casket, your ass can't play.
Damn.
So motherfuckers going up in there, I'm talking about tugging they shit, like,
lifting
trying to
weights.
fit in this casket. So I had got word, you know, did my little research, you know. They say you dunked in that motherfucker.
I did.
I ain't never seen a motherfucker dunking small fry killer.
Yeah, I don't
Talk
know
about
how.
those small fry days, bro, and who you played
It
with.
was
bro.
short, bro. It was very brief. It was brief. Short. I played with I was on 67, and I would play with Marquette Park.
Marquette
Park. Sean
I'm
Monroe.
familiar with Sean Monroe. Shout out Sean Monroe. That's my boy.
Yes,
That's what I played with too.
Exactly, Sean, my
That's
nigga.
crazy.
I played with him. I was too tall at the time, and we played against Don Starks. Don Starks, RIP to Don Starks. He was the OG that owned a lot of movie theaters in the city. So he had a great team. Marco, Rand, Rome, all our guys, Punk, all the guys played
Shout
on
out
the team.
to the guy.
They used to be on TV and shit, on the news. Oh, look at these kids, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
I ain't know nothing about this. I go up there. I go up there with Sean. It's a lot of people around the court. I'm seeing that I am kind of taller than they center though. I'm peeping it though. I'm like, damn, they good, but dude ain't that tall. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But they got Rome, they got everybody, they got good guard play. Bro, we end up winning that game. And after the game, we got cool because we played AAU together. They like, bro, do you remember you was too tall to play? You ain't supposed to you ain't supposed to step on the court, nigga. For some reason, they let you on the court. I'm like, bro, I didn't know. I just stepped into it. Sean like, hey, bro, we about to go play this team. I grabbed my shoes and went, and they ended up being them, and we won that motherfucking game.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know Chi-Town got some good basketball history, man. You know, whether the stigma that's on our city, bro, we a hoop city. A lot of people don't know that. I'm talking about as soon as you come into a park, bro, we trying to bust somebody ass.
That's a fact.
And ain't finna be no clear outs on me neither. You feel me? Go somewhere else with that. You feel me? But
Give you that hard
meanwhile,
foul.
you won a 6th grade championship too.
Yeah.
Talk about your experience and where your passion and love come from, like start dedicating yourself to the game.
I think it came from my brothers. I always had a ball in my hand. I was the kid at the gym where my brothers, they'd be playing. I'm the baby that was getting passed around the crowd, like just a gym rat. All through the neighborhood, every morning, 7 o'clock, I got my ball. I'm outside. I'm at the court all day. Rarely in the crib, making pit stops at the crib. I'm out. My mom, if it got too late, my mom on the side watching me hoop. At 10:30, walking back home. She'll walk me back home. But with being in that part comes with a lot of bullshit too. As you know, learned how to shoot dice in that part. One of the scariest days ever because my brother called me. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I really ain't care because that nigga was selling drugs anyway. So I'm like, this is the cleanest way I can hustle right now. I'm selling the shoes that a company is getting me on the low. So give me that, get that 75, give me the other 75 when you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's get this, you feel me? So I'm doing that and I'm shooting dice. But my brother don't know that I'm shooting dice. So the time that it took some courage to do this too, I can't lie. I jumped in for like a couple of weeks. I'm peeping the game. Damn, what's a 6'8"? All right. Just around the game. Damn, what's a 10-4? Okay. What do they mean straight?
Right.
Okay. Peeping it. I jump in. The day that I jump in, I got them bitches in my hand. I roll them. Greedy coming in the park. I'm like, fuck it. He just gonna have to deal with it, bro. Because, like, nigga, I know what you doing. You know what I'm doing. And you know I ain't toting no pistol. You know I ain't selling no drugs. You know, I'm out here.
That money.
I'm trying to. I'm getting to it. But
Yeah.
I mean, even before then, I'm pumping gas for people. I'm doing, like, shit in the neighborhood. Like, you know what I mean? Just trying to find ways to go back to my mom. Like, hey, here go 20. Hey, here go 30. Whatever I got, I'm giving you half. So that because I may need the other half when I go back to this dice game. I'm gonna go back in your purse. I'm gonna get the other half if I need it, and you gonna be cool with it. And that's how me and my mom relationship was.
Yeah, that's real. I like how you just, you know what I mean? Like, how did your brother like shape you like on the court? Because you on the court, bro. You a dog. You could see that outside, like, you know, that court. And I know around here, y'all had some of the best, talking to TA, some of the best park games, the tournaments and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you played in a lot of them tournaments too, like coming up in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the different parks and shit, you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like my brothers, I don't play like my brothers at all, bro. I don't play like them at all. My brothers got like my brother that's above me, he could jump. My brother that Reggie, he could shoot. Wayne, he was more of a point guard. But I feel like I play a Chicago way of hooping though. Like making you have to, for one, compete. Like if I could sit out and shoot jumpers, all that's really not competing. But if I see that, if I'm weighing your ass down from driving and bumping you the whole game, and I see that it's affecting you, I'm gonna do that the whole game. And trying to get under people's skin in a way. But the competing side, and I want to stick you too. That's another thing I want to talk about, like matchups. Like I feel like that is a huge part that's in the game. Like when you really think about matchups, but sticking someone. Because I remember when I came in the league, if I seen that somebody that wasn't, that like, if it's the matchup that night, me and TA, after the tip, if I see that you're not sticking me, y'all could call off that matchup. It's not a matchup tonight. Right. He's not sticking me.
A cross matchup.
No, he's call off that matchup. I'm saying that to say, because it's deeper than just the like the view of it, what we just talking about. Now, if we really want to talk about NBA basketball and go deep into it, let's talk about in the playoffs. If you're not sticking your matchup in the playoffs, your ass is, for one, not gonna play, or you getting targeted the whole game.
Yeah, they gonna pick on you. Sure, that's one thing they gonna do. They gonna pick.
Come on, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm squashing that. I'm sticking my matchup.
So that's what I'm saying. You telling me that you been ready to lock up since the shorty. That's been your mindset. Oh, shorty nice. It's me and him.
Man, if he's not 6'7", 6'8", if he's 6'6", 6'5", it's me and you, bro. I don't got, bro. 6'7", 6'8", bro. You just gonna post me up, all that type of shit.
That shit started early, huh?
Bro. Because when you competing, I want to see after the first quarter or when in the game, is the coach gonna put a different defender on me? And once I see them put a different defender on me, I know that somewhere down the line in the coaches, some coach went up to the head coach and said that he couldn't stick him. And the head coach agreed to that. And they went to the person that you put in the game, and they think that he's the answer to the problem.
Try to stop it. Yeah.
No.
He's not. That's interesting. Moving along with that, though. Cause we gonna go right to high school, Killer. Why you decline the option to play varsity?
I ain't declined it. Hambrick told me that, I wasn't playing varsity, bro.
Why he do that to everybody come through that, though? I'm saying, because Bobby told me that the other day, he like, man, he just wasn't letting you do it.
Peep it. We needed that at the time, because at that time when we came in, they already had like a decent team. Like all right team. They was missing a point guard. They probably could have used me during state, because at that time, like, freshmen could like go and play in state. But he stood on me, bro. He like, nah, like, you ain't bigger than the program. Then when you start to learn who Hambrick was and how he coached Benji and the rudiments that he stood on and that he wanted there, I totally understood it. And at the time, I really didn't care, because for our Farsoft team, the JV team, we was thrashing shit, but we was cool with each other. So we used to go we made varsity good. Right. We was that good. We in practice, we damn near fighting them because we was pushing them too hard. And we laughing at them. Like, yeah.
That's wicked.
Yeah, but Hambrick, he did exactly what he was supposed to do, though, because if I did go somewhere and play varsity, somebody else was just gonna let me just run wild
and not get no discipline.
None, bro.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Y'all went downstate. Talk about the first time you went down there. Like,
nervous as hell.
Yeah,
nervous. Being on that college court and playing in front of no bullshit, like that many like white people.
Yeah.
It's shocking at first. You know what I'm saying?
Coming from where we come from, we from poverty-stricken neighborhoods.
Fact.
We don't get to see too many white folks like that growing up. I know I didn't, so just for you going down there, I can see that. I can see that.
Hell yeah.
But them going downstate is a big thing for Chicago.
Yeah. I went my sophomore year.
Sophomore, okay. So tell me about it.
Man, it was cool. But we went, but we lost. So in my senior year, we won it. So came back my senior year. You went your sophomore year too, right?
Yeah, sophomore.
But y'all won.
Back to back.
You won back to back.
What was it around? What? Junior, senior. The junior, senior year. Won it back to back. But City, we lost City in our sophomore year. And at that time, the rule was like you had to win City to go downstate. So they changed that our junior year, and it's been that way ever since.
Was it any guys in like coming up? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was so naive with basketball. I tell Bo this all the time. I didn't know how I was getting to the league. I thought all I had to do was beat the old man in the park.
Yeah.
And they gonna come see me. Did you know that folks is notarizing your talents at these times?
Kinda. Because at that time, it was a website called Rivals that just started like probably a few years before like we hit the scene. So I was kind of in the mix of you hearing about people too. Like you going to camps and you like, man, you hear Monte Ellis? You hear about this nigga Lou Will? Man, you hearing about what was his name from Bassy? You hear about Bass? Man, he shooting from what? You hearing about it. But it's no video to it, just little clips of it. Being the 07 year or my class, we when we started playing, that's when they started putting it up on Rivals. And there was more clips that came out and everything. Everybody started watching Rivals. And they went from Rivals to a whole bunch of other shit. But I kind of knew at that time that people was watching me, though.
That was big. That's
because
big.
OJ was in my class, too. So
seeing
shout
OJ. Yes.
Shout out Juice, man.
Exactly. So seeing like seeing him and chasing him, like I chased him the whole time.
What camp was you? You went to Adidas camp?
Yeah, I know. I went to Nike camp. Then the other camp, I went to ABCD.
Okay, so you went to you experienced both of them.
Yeah, I did both.
Yeah.
I did ABCD my last.
That's kind of confused. You was wearing Nikes at one point.
Yeah, bro.
Talk about that.
I was a Nike kid, bro.
Yeah. Was that
Nike
around the time you were playing Eric Gordon, or that was after?
I was a Nike kid from 6th grade all the way up to my senior year.
Yeah.
Dig that.
Yeah, Nike, straight Nike.
Nikes felt good too.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about your number. You know, about your high school number, and you know, I know Ben Wilson. Like, I want to kind of iterate on that. Like, you know, like he looked up. You know, I know he was. I heard a lot of stories about him. You know, from the guys, like how good he was. Like, what did he mean to you, and you know, your number.
What's crazy about his story is that, for one, I'm gonna tell you how I got to Simeon. I ended up getting to Simeon because of my guy Rand. He ended up going there, and at the time, I didn't know which school I was going to. They didn't even care about which school I was going to. My mom was trying to tell me to go to Whitney Young. I'm like, Mom, I'm not gonna make it at no goddamn Whitney Young.
That was insane.
First off, the bus ride is too long. But for one, I ain't gonna make it there. So we talked about it. At the time, I'm playing with Rand. Rand we the same age, but he's a year ahead of me school-wise. So he ended up like telling me, like, man, I'm going to Simeon. My man, what the fuck that's like? It's on 83rd. So I tell my guy Tim, like, bruh, Rand talking about going to Simeon, bruh. He there, I'm thinking about going to Simeon. Tim say, fuck it, I'm going. We get there, and I don't know nothing about the history, nothing about no Benji, nothing about none of that. We get there, and they give us a book, freshman orientation day. Here go this book. Get the book. It's a Ben Wilson book. Look at it. I want this book, bruh. Was not ready to I wasn't ready for his story at the time. Keep going. We pass out numbers. Get the number. I want 1, of course. No, you gotta wear number 25. What, bro? Number 25? Yeah, that's the number Ben Wilson wear. The best player on the team always wear number 25. Oh shit. Who is dude, bro? I'm asking my head, damn, dude was that good? Then the questions you started to ponder on the questions. So you start to hear more stories. You start to see interviews. You start to see his family members. And you start to see he is the program. And I didn't know.
Word.
I'm in it. I'm in his vibration and I'm in his wave and didn't even know, bro. Until we stepped on the court. You start to see alum come to the game. Older people. Man. We've been here playing since Benji been playing, and we see that the program is coming back like all this, and it's something to appreciate, but I didn't understand the number until I got there.
You being there 4 years, obviously, you know, nowadays kids, they bounce from school to school now. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite memory from being in Simeon?
That's every day, bro. No bullshit. Yeah. And you got something to do with that.
Yeah.
That's every day, my nigga. Like, going from meeting your brother in 6th, 7th grade to seeing the way that y'all living conditions and how you was grinding at that time at a young age to get to where you was going. Didn't meet you at the time.
Right.
I seen that the stories was our crazy Coach Lou. Hey man, his brother finna make it, man, and yeah, he finna take care of the program and damn, all type of shit, right? We laughing it off though.
Right.
brother cool than a motherfucker. It went from seeing that to being at Simeon and catching the bus. I'm gonna put all of it together.
All right, go ahead.
Catching the bus, from catching the bus to Simeon to Randall picking us up in the car, still having a blast. All the shit I said, still having a blast. Rand coming from 47 to 73rd, 72nd in Marshfield to take me and Tim to school on 83rd, drive us back home, all that. To your brother, after school, we getting out of school, your brother in the range with 24s playing the game in the back with his feet up, waiting for us. And we riding throughout the entire city.
Man, his ass supposed to have been in school too, man.
He ride like a motherfucker.
It was
What
like
the
1
hell
o'clock.
he was doing up there?
You know, Thornton a little different. They let them out early.
What's wrong with him?
So check it. Seeing that, bro, every day in high school, it felt like some Fresh Prince type shit.
Yeah.
Swear to God, bro.
I have the ball.
Bro. Being able to have the access to the city that we had. And it wasn't just one of us. It was our entire group where we was able to move around the entire city. Everybody know that we hooped. And everybody seen that like we were real close. And from that, it goes from us seeing and admiring the way that he was moving. We seeing the way that he moving, bruh. Man, hey, he in the middle. What we asking is, bro, where your brother at? What he don't want to fuck with us? What's going on? He used to always, little boy, hey, what y'all on? Hey, work out at 12, T8. I'll be there. Nigga, never show up. Never show up.
Shit, I'm just coming in at 3 in the morning. Ain't no way I'm getting up at 12. Shit, it was hard getting up today.
But
yeah.
I'm saying that to say it went from you little boringness to us telling them, hey, bro, we like 8 or 9 years in LA. Well, I was telling them we be out in LA every summer. We tell them every summer, come out to LA with us. I'll be out there. He came out there one time and he saw the way that we was just moving. And he was like, damn, y'all been doing, nigga, for like 8 or 9 years already, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Couldn't leave Chicago, man. You know, Chicago was popping, man. The Buzz at the time, man. A green Dolphin, man. Y'all was tearing these spots up, man. Big Chicago got, man. You feel?
So you didn't want to leave, though.
And then I went out there, I said, damn, Sunnyside is up. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's interesting though, man, you know, because when I look back at it, I'm like, you know, damn, at Random, they keep saying, well, not just Random, but the whole city keeps saying D-Road. But I'll be out west, on the west side so much, it's like, oh, we hearing it, Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I got guys that's a la Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to Pat,
so one
man.
day, my little partner Dirty, man, he come out west one day, and he like, man, y'all talking about this motherfucking Pat Beverly. Y'all need to be talking about this nigga D-Roll. Pooh. I'm talking about this man actually arguing with a real live chief about D-Roll, damn about to scrap. And I'm still ain't here. I'm like, man, I got this nigga Dirty out here talking about D-Roll. Man, who the fuck is D-Roll? But then I thought about it.
Yeah.
I called Ryan. I'm like, Ryan, who is D-Roll? He like, man, he liked that. And so it still wasn't hitting me. Then before you know it, your ass was drafted number 1 in the motherfucking draft. I said, damn. That's what he doing. He doing that. And so what's crazy about all that was like even just getting to All-American status and like I'm so naive to that world, you know what I'm saying? But just tell me like the process and you just continue with it, because it's easy to get complacent at that time too. Like you said, Cubs coming up there in ranges, but all that shit inspired you, I'm assuming. And you want to keep getting hunger for more. So just explain that journey into All-American and having to go to college and shit like that.
Man.
Because you could have went straight out of high school if that would have been available.
Hell yeah, I would have gone, bro. I would have gone. But at the same time, I knew how hard I worked, bro. I knew how many hours I stayed in the gym. I like on the court, how much I really was obsessed. Like I was obsessed with it, bro. Daydreams. I'm daydreaming about certain moves. Couldn't sleep after. You know how before games you can't sleep the night before certain matchups, all that shit.
Thinking about what move you gonna put on a motherfucker. Face up, step back.
What double team's gonna come? How they gonna double team? All that type of shit. So, but I always had a drive, and that's why I be telling my son, like, bruh, you gotta have a drive. It can't be me just telling you to do push-ups, sit-ups, but I'm saying with these kids too, they different because our living circumstances sometimes create that drive, and with them having it so easy now, it enable them in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So you got to spark their ass, spark that engine sometimes. You know what I'm saying? To at least get them to at least be aware of like, damn, I did go a day without doing no push, no nothing. Damn, I ain't utilized nothing. That day, I ain't utilized that day. You know what I'm saying? So for PJ, he's aware of it. And I want him to be able to, what I tell him, and when his siblings come up to me complaining about some shit, I'm just, hey, ask your brother what I told him. Because I ain't going to be repeating myself around that. Hey, London, go up to your brother. And PJ going to be able to tell him, hey, bro, I went through the same shit. Hey, shut up. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody go through this. So that's the bond or the bond that I'm trying to build with like my family and my kids right now.
Real shit. He was a McDonald's All-American. How was that? McDonald's.
What was your game at?
Boston.
Ours was in. Oh, you out in the city a little bit or no?
Yeah, ours was in Boston. 2000. Me, D. Miles. Who else? Marcus Taylor.
Yeah.
I got MVP of that jump. I was out there killing them niggas.
Yeah.
So I know what you were doing.
I had Mike B's in mine.
Yeah,
Mike was
Mike.
out. Yeah. Mike was
killer.
tough back then, bro. Yeah, he was. He won MVP. Question: who bust your ass, nigga? I heard I be watching the pod. Nigga, you be asking who bust niggas ass
In the league.
Who bust your ass, nigga?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Shit. KG.
Yeah.
Man, what's my man name? He's played for the Hornets. PJ Brown.
PJ Brown.
Man, old school, man.
Yeah.
I figured out. I thought I was strong. I said, man, I figured out what grown man street was early. Man, nigga blocking me and hooking the shit out of me, man. Yeah, so probably KG,
KG.
PJ Brown, dunking them guys.
Devin Harris.
Say Devin Harris, huh?
Devin Harris, my rookie year.
Shout out Devin Harris. He
40
my
ball,
draft.
had like 42. He was an all-star that year. I think. Had like 42. Me and Kurt got like 20.
Y'all split that little 40 ounce.
Kurt, you was in that bitch too, though.
Kurt.
Yeah, no.
TA, who bust your ass, man? I mean, as far as a defender, you don't care that people scoring you, but who outside of like Kobe and shit that gave you a tough night with they janky?
Man, a lot of people don't know this, man. It's funny you was saying about the light-skinned cats.
Yeah.
Because normally when I run up on a light-skinned cat, for sure, I'm trying to punk the shit out of him. That's a fact. So it's funny that you being a light-skinned guy, you know that. So this specific guy, Kevin Martin. He got an unorthodox shot.
Yeah.
He get into the foul line. Every time he go to the rim, he talking, Yeah. And I used to be like, shut your bitch ass up in the game. Like I used to just be on his head. And it was like, damn, but then I found out he was nice. Like he was really nice.
Yeah.
Like, cause he'll lead the building, like 6 for 19, but he'll get to that line and had 30. I'll be like, damn, and I'll be on the sideline at the end of the game. And they'll beat us a few times. So his game was just so unorthodox to me, and I couldn't really gather it. But as I got older, when I got to Memphis, I noticed that he come like this on his shot. So I say, all right, cool, I'm going to just wait on this side till you shoot it. It's going to be hard for you getting off that motherfucker.
Oh, stay on that right.
As soon as he come like this. And so, the film, obviously, big film guy. And I don't know, he was nice. I ain't going to lie, I give him a credit, but I couldn't stand seeing that motherfucker.
That's crazy that you said he could hoop, bro.
Yeah,
he was tough, bro.
Get buckets.
Yeah.
Buckets.
Yeah, that was dope. But meanwhile, was it your plan, you know what I'm saying, just to be one and out? You know what I'm saying? Like, your plan was immediately to get to the league to change family conditions, or was it like I talk about that?
I mean,
going
at
to
the
the
time,
league?
at the time, my teammates was asking me at the time. Shout out to every one of my college teammates, man. Every one of y'all, bro. Y'all part of this shit too. I'm telling them though at the time, like, bro, I ain't going. Like, I ain't gonna go because I didn't want to jinx myself. And especially, especially when we got to the tournament, you be in the room drinking beers and shit. You talking to each other after the game. Like, man, look like we can win this shit, bro. You going? Motherfuckers, not you. Everybody holding back their real answer. Like, no, I ain't going. I'm like, no, I ain't going. In my mind, I'm like, bruh, I just had 2 great games. Look like we may win this. I'm gone, bro.
One
like, gone. And Kyle came in charging us up, coming in every game. Ching ching. Every game come in. Ching ching. He's like, yeah. Shout out to Kyle, man.
Yeah, for sure. What other schools besides Memphis was you close? I know you, the home, Illinois, is trying to get you to stay home. Like, was there any other schools that you was close to going to besides Memphis?
Indiana. Calvin Sampson was there.
Coach Sampson.
He wanted to go to Indiana.
Yeah, I was finna go.
Man, Indiana won't fuck with me. I was too rough around the edges. They ain't fuck with no nigga like me. Oh,
They took your boy.
I'm rough around the edges. They ain't fucking with me, man. Straight up.
Andy, it was only Eric Gordon was thinking about going there, and what fucked me up was like you can't have cars there like your freshman, like on the campus or some shit like that your freshman year. And I was thrown over. I'm like, nah, I need a car or something like that to move around. Then Memphis, Cal came down. He tricked my mama and shit, and got her to thinking that Memphis was everything. And the night before I picked, she was like, I know you're going to do whatever you want to do, but you got to remember, like, who came to see you. She said that because at the time, I don't want to say the coach, but the coach at Illinois, he didn't come to my neighborhood to, like, see my mom, but he wanted me to come to, like, the school. And she was, like, basically saying, like, Cal last came all the way here.
Cal came to the
In
hood.
the trench.
I swear to God, like, he came here. So I just want to throw it out there, nigga. Like,
It's real,
who came
man.
to see you? So that was love.
Draft night. Explain draft night to us. How was draft night?
Draft night, busy as fuck, but me and Rand, not knowing, oblivious to what the fuck was going on, was there. My mom then was there, but it was really me and Rand the entire time, experiencing so much shit, so many emotions at the same time, from being scared, being nervous, to excitement, afterwards, just being lost, like not understanding, like, bruh, with patience, because we want everything to, like, go quick. We want the night to be like a crazy night. It was not that.
Right.
It was not that, bro. We in New York, we think it's finna crack. What, am I lying, Ron? It did not crack, bro. And that kind of threw me off on New York too. That's why I didn't like it at first, because I didn't get that feel of like what you hear about, like the parties and all that. So still a great night. The dinner was what I really cared about. Like seeing my mom, them there, my brothers, them happy, and like having them conversations with them, and like seeing my mom, like, for one, being in New York, traveling somewhere to come see me, and seeing her just happy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm stealing out her purse. I won't call it stealing, but other motherfuckers call it stealing. I'm taking from her purse, using that money to go do nefarious things. It went from that to I'm looking in the room, we at the table. For one, we had dinner. Me and my family never had dinner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a dinner, or we had a steakhouse in New York. I got my friends with me. I got 100 and some messages coming through my sidekick. Like, I'm peeping all this, getting so much love. Yeah, that was a day to remember though.
Big. So that's, I mean, draft night. You know, a lot of people expected it probably being with you, bottles popping, champagne pouring.
You would think that it was not that, bro. It
got
was not
shaking
that.
the most.
It turned into that years after, but that excitement from what you want right from the jump, we didn't get that. We didn't get that.
How was that feeling getting drafted, coming home to coming home to play? Like, I know that feeling was probably giving nigga chills. Like, man, growing up, looking up to Michael Jordan, your favorite player, coming up, my favorite players, everybody's favorite players.
It was love, bro. And knowing that my guys was going to, like, make sure that I was, like, going to compete and always be ready to compete. Like I said, the expectations, I knew coming here that I was going to be even more focused, like, with my guys around. I told you my first 2 or 3 years, I didn't do anything at all, bro. Like, they telling me what's going on. My teammates experience. I'm hearing the night through my teammates sometimes, majority of the time. Winning big games, big cities, you know how everybody go out. They like, man, you should have been there, man. That shit was crazy last night.
Man, I gotta give your flower. I did not know that, bro. You ain't go out?
I ain't go out, bro.
Man,
like they
give
used to force me.
That's a lot of discipline. You know what I mean? Straight up. A young nigga too. Like, coming in, got everything. I didn't know that. I gotta give you my flowers there because you don't really hear that. Because shit, when I came in the league, I was out with the vets every night. Them niggas was going out every night. I was right with them.
Yeah.
Go to the store.
Now in the league,
taking them little extra hundreds.
But y'all was pros though. Yeah. Now in the league, they frown upon that if they see
it's different now.
You stepping out and the bags are getting pulled off the truck.
Damn right.
They look at you a little different. You know what I'm saying? So the kids got to be aware of that. Find a smarter way to do it because everybody, they grown men. If you're going to do it with some respect.
Them niggas used to have limousines. We pull up.
Soon we land.
We land. The bag boys taking the bags off the bus. These niggas getting in the limo. I'm like, damn, that's how they doing it?
That was the life, Jack. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For real?
Damn. Limo though.
Niggas got limos.
So you say you was focused all the way through the whole flick, and so it don't take us by surprise that you know what I'm saying. You finished that year strong. You know, getting Rookie of the Year. You know, bringing that trophy home to the hometown. Talk about that feeling.
Oh, winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, winning Rookie of the Year.
That comes from my brother Greedy. Always like telling me during that time he was telling me I could win it. Like, shorty, you cold. That's how he used to, man, you could win that shit. And I kind of like fed off that, where I never told him this either, but hearing him tell me like how good I am because he never expressed himself like his feelings like towards me at all. So hearing
tough
him,
love.
All toughness, nigga. There ain't there's love there, but all toughness though, nigga. So he the nigga that report card fucked up. He cursing me out, doing all that type of shit, calling me dumb, doing all that type of shit. So he whenever I heard him talk about me, whenever I heard him talk about me to like other people and like a crazy or just brag about me, it makes me feel good because I never heard him say that to me like when we like by ourselves. So he'll be like, man, my brother, that'd be my first time hearing it. So I'm like, damn, I never knew that you thought I was that cold. Like you expressed, like you knew that I could hoop, but hearing you say or go to a whole nother level as far as like being verbose about it, it showed me like, or it gave me some type of power like that I needed with me, like going through the confidence shit that I was going through at the time, or even figuring out who I was as a rookie. Like, damn, my brother said I'm cold. I really can win that shit. Greedy, you see I'm close to winning that shit, bro. I won that motherfucker.
Word.
Some shit like that.
Shout out to G, man. He damn sure put the battery in your back.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Let's talk about the Boston series. Talk to me about your first playoff in Boston.
First playoff in, you talking about the game or just the series itself?
Just the series itself.
One of the best series, if not the best series that I played in. Just off the strength of me wanting to prove myself to everybody that I could hoop. Like, because all you hear coming in is, it's kind of like the quarterback shit. oh, it's a playoff game and he's a rookie point guard and he's not going to be able to lead them or organize the game, all that type of shit. And little do they know, I'm a pure point at heart. I've been a pure point my whole life. The first time I had to score like that, I scored in AAU because my brother let me go. But when I first got to the Bulls, I was kind of letting BG do his thing, and I was kind of like not being aggressive. And they told me like, man, we need you to score. All right, that's what y'all want. I bet I'm gonna score the motherfucking ball then. And that kind of like forced me to score, try to find ways to score. But I'm a pure point at heart. So seeing or knowing the position, I would say it helped me with like when tough times, when Rondo was pressuring the shit out of me, and like you got 3 Hall of Famers telling him and everybody being on the same accord, and they trying to scare you with their voice. Hey, we over here, send them over here. Just talking, but for a rook that can intimidate you. You feel what I'm saying? But for me, I'm laughing at it. I want you to see I'm laughing at it so that you see.
Shit.
You know, I was on board.
I saw it.
Yeah, like that intimidation is not shaking me, bro. It's not shaking me. Try something else. You really gonna have to foul me. You gonna really have to like physically do something to me, but in order for me to stop going. But the first game kind of paved the way for me because I played it like a regular game. Like I ain't had no expectations on myself. I just said, all right, I'm finna go out here and just play if it's just a regular season game, and I did that. And that's why I think I played the way I played.
You know, no, you killed for sure. That was an impressive series for a rookie. Like I said, I ain't played that much, or if none, that series. But yeah, I got a good seat seeing the exciting plays and the electrifying, dunks and the shit you was doing, man. You definitely get your flowers from me. Yeah. And I sure wish I'd have came to some of them damn Simeon games. I was riding in that old Benz back in the day.
Yeah, you missed out.
Boy, I missed a whole little load on that, but damn. I got my money's worth when you came to Boston.
Yeah.
Sure. So at that point, shit, now it's like, okay, you certified in the league.
Yeah.
Is All-Star on your conscience, or like how you approach making your first All-Star? Like
it is, but at the same time, I'm scared because I ain't want no shine from this shit. I wanted to go to the arena and just leave and just show up the next day, next game, leave. I ain't want no praise or anything for it at the time. So cameras, doing this right now, talking right now, bro, I would have been, I was. I mean, you could see it on camera when I was younger. I did not want no parts of being on camera and like some Mike Tyson type shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's solely because of my pure love for the game. I ain't watched none of Mike games like that. When they was winning championships, nigga, I'm outside. My brother and them tell me come back in when they about to shoot and celebrate. Hey, the game finna end. Come back in.
Time out. Wait a minute, rewind that. You ain't watched no Bulls game?
The game is the champ. They about to win the champion. Hey, go get Pooh. The game about to end. He can't be out. All right, they in. I'm looking through the window. I'm watching my brother and them outside, run around in the street, all that.
Man, they watch Jordan.
Damn.
My mama give me a shirt with the newspaper thing on it. I'm like, all right. I did not.
Damn.
I know none of that.
That's interesting, bro. So you really just wanted to come get your work in, get on up out of there.
Get out. Until all this shit started to come. And I seen like people fucked with like how, even though it's cringe, like cringy to look at some of my old shit like that, but people saw that some realness to it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's all I got from it, bro. Like, I did not want to be in that position, but at the same time, I knew I had to be in that position in order to change my family's lives.
I remember that All-Star game. What they must have told everybody come out and hit a move. Bro. Bron came out next, then he come out popping and shit. Folks come out there, he like, I said, okay, G, I like that. I like that. Everybody came out popping. I said, folks came out there mugged though, man. Come on, let's get this shit on. I said, okay, I dig that.
You know that.
Turn a goofy
do
down
that.
for sure. meanwhile, preparing with the USA team.
Yeah.
Like, you went out there.
The select team.
Select team.
Yes, sir.
Did that change your mindset? Any going back to the league? Like when you got back in the
that
league?
helped. That helped. Any USA basketball, all that shit helped.
Because they say a lot of cats that go through that, they come back refreshed. They got a mindset, a focus. They have solid years. Were you locked in?
Yeah, I was like that. I was exactly like that. You look at Ant Edwards when he came back from USA. Like, you always in a rhythm. That's what it is. It's a rhythm where you plan. You normally when you get back to hooping, you warm up the body first. You lift with the body, then you get on the court. Then you get a rhythm of running up and down. Man, USA, you playing every day. You working out top level, top speed every day against everybody, and you getting motivated by people that saying that they going to the gym if you not going. So it's pushing you. Then not only that, you on a small ass court because you in Vegas. You got all these 7-footers on the court, and if you could find a way to score on that court, bro, or just play your normal way of playing with them being able to play by the rules that they play by, it make it like a fun experience of just playing. It's a fun pickup game. That's all. Because everybody hooping for real. Because it's a crowd there too. You got coaches, everybody around, equipment guys. Everybody still fans, bro. They still watch. They still want to see some good basketball. So you want to put on the show for everybody.
Is that pretty much what fueled your MVP season that following years, or?
No, that MVP season came from me realizing that I could win that shit after my second year. After my second year, I'm like, man, I'm gonna work on my jump shot. And I was this close to like shooting 40 that year. I was in the mid 30s, something very close. I said, I'm gonna fix my jump shot. Once I fix my jump shot, they gotta play, you gotta go over every time. Once I get you to go over, the league gonna be mine. That's how I felt.
Had that seek and destroy mindset off the rip.
When I get you going over every time, it's over. Especially with me being a pass for first point guard, where I ain't even get a chance to go for like have years where I'm only thinking about assists because I played on the team where I had to score. Guys can be like, man, this year I want to go for the 10, 11 assists and whatever it is. I had that because of how my team was built. So I had to figure shit out different.
MVP season, my father was talking about, man, they schedule watching. We got Toronto, then we got the Bulls after that. Oh yeah, my toenail cracked. They were calling that the Rose-itis. How does it feel, bro? Knowing that you putting fear in guys. And it's like you brought up Mike Tyson. Like Tyson used to come to a fight, look dead at a motherfucker. He know right off the rip, I'm about to win this. Did you have that mindset coming into the buildings?
I did have that, but it goes like how the game goes, if that makes sense. If I'm on that before the game.
You smell blood.
Yeah.
If I see that you on that too, I gotta go even harder. Like just like if you punch me, I gotta spit in your face and punch you. I gotta go to a whole nother level now. The get back gotta be crazy.
Right.
So I took it very personal in the game where if I'm going at you, you're supposed to compete. I get that. But I see if you competing too hard, it's gonna make me want to go even harder. And that's how I took every matchup. And it goes back to the matchup part what we was talking about earlier, where it's not a matchup if you're not sticking me. After the game, if y'all write these articles and say that he won this matchup, he didn't stick me not one part of this game. So we playing football here? You got a chance to stick me and you not sticking me. That's some football shit, ain't it?
Right.
That's some quarterback shit.
Yeah, right. You playing one side of the ball.
Is it not?
Right, no, for real.
It's not a matchup, bro. That's all I'm saying. If you sticking me, now if you wear me, it's for us to wear each other down.
Right.
To see who's gonna break.
Right.
If I could break your fucking will or you gonna break mine. But guess what? If you break mine, that's only one game.
For sure that.
It's only one game. We got 15, 16, 20 years to compete against each other. You may beat me this whole year. Next year, motherfucker, after this summer, after I build myself up, your ass is in trouble.
Come on.
And you know how the shit go. The old supposed to pick on the young is gonna go old, then the young is supposed to kick the old ass, get your ass out of here. All right, thank you for everything that you taught me. The shit, you not getting there because you're not competing against each other. I feel that's just me looking at the game.
Where you think the game at now? Like, because you played in all different eras, the 3 eras. So what you think? Like, how you think the game is going now? I know how you like it.
I mean, I like the game now. I rarely watch the game now, low key. When I do watch it, it's been some good games. Like the Christmas games, they were good, and I've just been so busy, I haven't been able to watch. But as far as like the style of play, you hearing how people talking about the ratings and all that, this and that, I just feel like the game is perfect where it's at. It's just that the style of play of which like certain teams play, they shouldn't be playing that certain style of play. That's all it is. Certain teams need to find out
play
who to play through. Come on, that's it.
Know your strengths pretty much.
That's it, bro.
Your ass around here shooting like TA shouldn't be no reason why y'all shooting all these ill-advised ass threes. I feel you. I feel you.
But if I could hit a 2-pointer 90-some% of the time, you telling me that's a bad shot. If I could hit this elbow jump shot 90-some% of the time.
Analytics.
But I love to play in the league like that. I could jack that motherfucker without nobody saying that.
Yeah, but you gotta hit. You gotta hit that motherfucker.
bro.
They don't care. It's the quality. It's not the quality of shots. It's the quantity. It's the new NBA, bro. Lay up and 3. That's why the rates down. It's cool. Meanwhile, let's talk about the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
where y'all lost to the Heat.
Yeah,
like how did what was your take on that series?
I was hurt on that one.
I
was hurt. Yeah, I was hurt. Yeah. Even when that nigga came and said something to me after, Bron, he was right next to me or something. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was trying to rub that shit in. I felt that shit. I felt it because I was on his ass the whole time.
His ass that whole time, killer.
Right when the buzzer went off, he was right there. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? But I remember us competing the whole time and really having a chance because we had Omer at the time, and Omer got hurt, and we had to roll with Joe and someone else. And you know, Omer, he 7 feet, so having them 2-footers down there with Bron and D Wade, the way they was driving and shit, you need a rim protector at the time, and that's something that we just didn't need. But that experience of going there, I feel like I'm built for those type of moments, like that type of stage, and I felt like I would have did if I had a chance to play for in the finals. It would have been a show like that too if I would have got there.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, talk about signing the Max boy. You know that's one of the Chicago kids' dream, man. Hoop, be an all-star, get out that rookie contract and sign that big boy deal. How did that feel, bro? How life-changing was that?
That Max changed the first check changed my family life right away. But that Max is like wealth. That's when you started talking about wealth, bro.
Right.
Like, all right, you got a savings account. You get you some financial literacy. You learn about the S&P 500.
Right.
You got this. You got like a triune system going where you got your account, the bank, and your savings. People all talking together. Like, I started building out my team after I got my Max, and really started to take care of my family, knowing that I saved enough and knowing that like it was time for me to take that role as far as like being a man and like stepping up in the family. Because you know, on your rookie deal, you saving the entire time. You ain't getting no 4 or 5 what these kids getting now. It was less, so it was just different. But I knew at the time I had to like take care of my family and make sure we had some shit saved in the bank.
So another part of Out the Mud, while while we talk about Out the Mud, we talk about all the, the greater things that we've accomplished and what we've done, but we also got to talk about, the pitfalls, injury.
Yeah.
Explain the ACL injury, how it happened, and did it affect you mentally?
So, of course, you know the story of Tibbs. People mad at Tibbs for putting me back in the game and all that type of shit.
I am too. Me too.
But shit happened, bro. It was meant to happen.
His ass can't come on 79th Street. He cool, though. He might get a D-roll pad, but motherfuckers still mad at you, Tibbs. We fuck with you, though. Go in.
So, of course, the pop, I knew that I tore my shit right away. Your nerves start to shaking your leg and you can't control the nerve. Like, all my shit, like something really happened. Tried to walk, couldn't walk. Get to the MRI machine. I'm not crying this entire. I get to the MRI machine. I started to cry because that was the first time I was by myself. From when they got me up off the court to me them getting me in the back, to me seeing my mom, to getting in the car, to getting in that machine. That was the first time I was by myself, and it hit me. Like, damn, what happened if this motherfucker is tore? Like, it's over. Get out the machine. They tell me that it's tore. I fucking break down crying. My mom there, she's trying to help me. After that, get back to the crib, and just for like a year or like 2 years was just hard, bro. Just trying to figure out like your rhythm. You know how when you tell your shit, you
timid a little bit on the way back.
Put too much pressure on it.
Pressure, you gotta get through the scar tissue first. Then after the scar tissue, you gotta learn how to get fuck the scar tissue. What about when you gotta get on the bike prior to you start walking?
Try to get
and
the
you
rotation.
try to get go fully around. Can you go fully? Okay, you can't do that. Start backwards. So they make you start off backwards first, with you going back. Then once you get past that, you start getting through the scar tissue. You could go forward. Go from that to being in the pool to the whole process of learning how to walk again. And you get through that and you feel like you by yourself, like the entire time, feeling like you're the only one, because being practical, you are, because you really showing up in real time for every session, every rehab session, all that. Nobody's in there with you. It's you and the therapist, and you having to, they low-key turn into your counselor in a way, because you talking to them most of the time and y'all figuring shit out. How you feel today? You 10 today? You can't really go today, blah, blah, blah. So you go from that to mentally having to deal with, like, I'm never going to be the same.
That shit rough.
Like, I'm never going to be the same, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
I swear, bro. Can I play through this pain? Because every day it's not going to be like pain-free. When you're dealing with an injury, can you play through the pain? Sure. And after my ACL injury, all the way into my 15th year, I played through some type of pain for all those years to get to where I was at, get to where I am right now.
What was that? That was the toughest. Like, so what, like, made you end up sitting out that season, just to make sure you come back and heal up, want to be 100%?
Hearing about the pressure that guys get when you try to take too long. Like, I wasn't letting nobody pressure me.
Come back early.
I couldn't, this shit bro. Up again. Something don't feel right. I'm telling them when I run, bro, when I decelerate, I ain't decelerating right. What do you mean? Something about when I decelerate, bro, it's not right, bro. They ain't know what I was talking about. We think he could play. No, bro. Something about what's going on. I took 2 more months off. The moment that I did come back too early, two flaps in the back open in the back, and I had to get them like taken out or halfway removed. So I'm not bone on bone in either knee, but I had to get 2 flaps removed back to back, and that's like 4 or 5 surgeries within 3 or 4 years. So I'm like, bro, after the surgeries, I got to figure out myself. I ain't listening to nobody in here.
Sure.
I'm going to get my body weight down. I'll try to get right. But the balance part of, like, when you come back, how my 1-2 into my shot going to be? Like, damn, am I going to do a 1-2 or am I going to stick it? And, you know, you trying to figure out your rhythm, bro. And that's I did that for like 4 or 5 years while people was telling me that my game wasn't shit, that I wasn't that I wasn't the same player. And my numbers were still good NBA numbers, but they was looking at comparing me to my MVP year and saying like I was trash. But I'm telling them the whole time, man, I'm gonna get to a place where I'm gonna put this shit together. I said that the whole time, I'm gonna put it together. And me putting it together at the end was me shooting 40% from the three for numerous years, 3 or 4 years. And that, for me, that's huge because coming in labeled not a shooter and to go 3 or 4 years shooting over 40, it showed that I adapted.
That's interesting. And a lot of times cats do come in with that stigma. That motherfucker stuck with me. I ain't gonna say. And one of them motherfuckers was, hey, I was hitching that motherfucker. But I think I shot one year 37. Huh? You might have to look that up one year.
See, I'm
That's the closest I was.
What was it, 37?
Yeah, closest I was. But other than that shit, I ain't gonna lie. I after that injury, I ain't gonna lie, I felt that same pain. I told my ACL, I still got a screw in my shit. I am bone on bone. But I was one of those cats that, you know what I'm saying, had to rush back. I had to, you know what I'm saying, because life wasn't promised to me on the other side. I got all type of bullshit on my name at one time, and then it's like I'm injured at this time. So it's like, shit, you on your way to Harold's Chicken after this, on the real. So I had to like come back and take them damn painkillers and goddamn and fight through that pain. But you're right, everybody's hurt in the league, especially around the time where you're trying to grind and get back. So, man, big respect for you even being motivated and even having the mindset to come back. So I really want to get your flowers off coming back for sure. But can you explain to us the process in leaving and the emotions you had when you had to leave Chicago? Like, cause obviously it's business, but what was your mental like? Cause I know this your town. You played your whole goddamn life.
Man, I felt like they was taking everything from me at the time when I first heard it. Like, damn, like you robbing me from something. And at the time I only got PJ, so I'm thinking like, damn, like PJ, like, bro, how you taking me from my kid? But not knowing that you can't take business personal.
That's right.
I didn't know that model. I knew it, but I really wasn't like living by it. So going to New York was a huge blessing, bro. Like being able to go there, reestablish myself, it made me into the person I am now, where I look at myself as someone that grew, someone that like, I'm a wordsmith now, but like I pay attention to what I'm saying and where I'm at, or just the presence that I'm in. But it hurt at the time. Like my mom, my family, I'm like, damn, I'm thinking about moving to New York. Like you think about the court, like, damn, am I ready to even be on the Garden floor? Like, bro, that's a huge fucking stage, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Biggest stage, they
That's
say, the Mecca.
Huge stage. Did I prep myself for this? Like, did I go hard enough in the summer to even be worthy enough to play on that court? So it just make you think about a lot of shit. But at the time, I did take it personal, and now that I look back at it, I'm happy that I didn't express myself on that, because it was all business.
That's interesting, bro. That's real interesting. And what fueled from seeing the business side of things? Well, you went to New York right after Chicago.
Right in New York, yeah.
And you stayed there for 1 year or 2 years?
What was it? Two. Yeah, two.
Two, and then somehow it got tricky. You got to Utah.
Cleveland, then Utah. No. Cleveland sent me to Utah. Then from there, I got to Minnie. Then that's when Tibbs was the only one that, like, he showed me hella love because I was out.
And that's what I said. So getting to Minnesota, that's what I'm getting at. Getting to Minnesota.
Yeah.
After being waived.
Yeah, I was in Cleveland.
That specific year, when you got that 50,
Yeah.
I want to know that having that media saying, okay, Derrick Rose ain't got it no more, this, that, and the other, hearing the bullshit, because I know you hear the bullshit.
Yeah.
Did that feel that 50-point game?
It did. It did. But that 50 stamped me, though. Like, it stamped me again in the league. Because normally, you know, people think you're going to get that 50 in your prime. Like, so to get it, that 50 at the end, to get your high at the end of your career, it kind of took people back. Like, damn, he still had something left in the tank. Because at the time, this is not, you know who I'm talking, I ain't gonna say his name. He was saying I could only average 8 points. We talked about this though.
We don't say his name.
All right.
Hell with him though.
He said I can only average 8 points.
Right.
And at the time I'm averaging 16. And I knew with me averaging, I had to, at that time I'm grinding the whole time. Like, because I'm trying to get contracts. I'm looking for contracts. For him to say that, I'm like, bro, what? Like, it just didn't like add up. You feel what I'm saying? So to go out there, Jimmy wasn't playing. Jeff said he wasn't playing. And at that time, Utah, they had the #1 defense at that time. So I'm knowing this before the game. I gather I'm about to go out here and just play. And that's what I did. I call it an old school 50.
The old school 50
school
ball,
50.
man.
Yeah, I only made like 2 or 3 threes. I only shot like 2 or 3 of them. The most of
What
them
the hell?
was
What was your pregame meal that day? What the hell you did?
Man, I was tired as fuck. I couldn't even walk after that game.
Yo, what the hell? Just upping. Motherfuckers just ain't upping. Just
I was
dropping no
tired as
50s,
hell,
bro.
50 ball.
I thought about this shit a few times, but shit.
That stamped me though. It stamped me right back. Like, damn, he still got. I can't bullshit like on the scouting report. You know what I'm saying?
That pretty much ultimately got you to deal with the Pistons.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's what did it. That's what did it. Pistons, they looked out, and then from there, went back to New York, in which I felt like every place that I had a chance to hoop, I gave something to the team. No matter where I went, I played well. It's just that people was comparing me to like my old self. But if you check the stats, in which everybody checks stats now, look at the stats and look at the 3-point percentage too.
Yeah, meanwhile, at that time, shout out to my partner. We gotta give him some love, Shot Town. My boy Tim Anderson. He was working out with you a lot.
Yeah.
And what I noticed when the time y'all was working out, I started seeing more opposite leg layups. I started seeing the 1-2 pull-up being more fluent, bank shots.
Yeah.
Talk about how he helped you in that process.
Man, Tim is special. Shout out to Tim, bro. Tim is special, man. I met him through, family.
Yeah.
Grew up with TA. Through TA, he started working people out in Chicago, head coach of many colleges, DePaul, Illinois. And he had enough time to work me out when I was going through my tough times. And my friends and them brought him to me like, man, we think you should work out with Tim. I worked out with him, and I started to see and feel in games that the shit was just coming to me. I didn't have to think about it. So like you said, the one leg, the awkward layups or the awkward finishes, it was because before every workout, he had me inside the paint. We doing awkward, tough ass angle layups. And I see that I had that translated very well. His workouts translate very well.
From
Transfer, yes, man, perfect for the game.
So all the body control, power, explosive moves, you transitioned that through.
Yeah, but slowing my move down.
Okay.
Like, I'm the type of dude, if I see it, I could do it. But if you slow the move down, I'm going to have a hard time doing it.
Right, okay.
So he was making me slow my moves down and be cautious of my footwork. So it's really just footwork to get to where you want to go. But with me being so skilled, I overlook that because I'm getting there because I say I got to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Other players that can't get there, they got to trick your ass to go this way. They got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he slowed my moves down so that I could get to where I want to get to, but in a more witty way because I was older when I got to when I started working out with him.
How was that return back to the Knicks when you came back? How'd you feel?
Oh man, that was a blast, bro. Yeah, that was a blast. Even though I didn't play much that last year, just going back, being in New York, it grew on the city grew on me, bro. I was living in the city, commuting back to the practice facility. At that time, we was rolling, they winning, everybody going crazy, and like I said, I wasn't even playing much, but that's something that my family still cherish to this day. We still got relationships because of that last run.
Yeah. Shit.
Still.
Where you stay? You stayed in the city, huh?
Right off the West Side Highway.
Rode all the way out to that practice facility in Westchester.
45 minutes to an hour. Bro. Yeah, 45 to an hour.
Nigga used to have to leave. I stayed out there, nigga had to leave the game at 2 o'clock. You know, we in Memphis, we ain't leave 4:30 to get to the game. Well, New York, we nigga don't get a nap. You gotta leave.
I don't think I could have played.
1 o'clock, fool.
You was in White Plain? What you
Man,
in?
White Plain.
You was in White
That shit so far, bro. Used to hate it, man.
I couldn't do that, bro. They tried to ask me to do it. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna spend this little ticket to stay in this city, bro.
You know, it was high as hell. New York high.
It was, bro.
What's some of the like? Obviously, we already know you, D Rose, and huge icon to the world, bro. Talk to us about some of the mental challenges of being one of the public figures that we see now today. Talk to us about that, and how do you sustain a level of just being stable in the man? How do you do that?
I mean, I don't look at myself as like other people look at me. That may sound crazy. I still see myself as Pooh off of Inglewood.
Okay,
like, Lil Pooh from Inglewood, bro. Like, my mom always made sure she like did a great job, even when I was younger. Like, if I tried to like brag or do anything, she'd like put me in check right away. If like playing a game, or if I'm yelling too loud, if I score on a kid or something, she didn't like that, or she didn't even have to say nothing. I could see that she didn't like the shit, and that kind of like gave me enough poise to hold my reactions to certain shit. So being in this position, I'm cool with it, but at the same time, I know that I have to be comfortable with like living here because of some of the dreams that I want to execute. So I'm a big dreamer. There's no way I could get to those big dreams without somebody being inspired or admired or motivated by it. So it's a give and a take, but the older I get and the more I do this type of shit, it helps.
Man, real humbling, man. That's humbling, man. Like, just to know that you could not even look at yourself like you some upper echelon, which you really are in a lot of people's eyes. So I'm just saying, I like it though. I ain't gonna lie. When I first got my rookie deal, I thought I was Jordan. Just to even know you is who you is now, it's like, damn. You're a humble dude, man, and I love that about you, man. You got a real down to earth spirit, man. Real just laid back, man. And if you want to tell just the kids, just till today, what would you want them to remember? God forbid they get put in a position like yourself. What would be some words you would tell them of encouragement?
I mean, I talked about it at the Simeon thing too, but where we come from, I read about it in a Malcolm Gladwell book like years ago about how he talked about the culture of honor and how these two families in the Midwest were feuding with one another for decades and killing one another and this and that, right? And they end up naming the shit culture of honor, and it made me think about what we live in the hood, the way we live in the hood, where it's the same cycle, where you got two families or a few families that's feuding with one another, and they've been killing each other for decades, and numerous people they're gone, and we'll never get them again, and we're steady stuck in the cycle. And I wanted to give that let people know about the term, the culture of honor thing, because I didn't hear about that when I was younger. Because especially I didn't hear about it because I wasn't honoring, like I wasn't into gang banging like that. I wasn't honoring it like that. So for some of the kids that's out there, like it's a real thing, and these people in these schools are like studying it. Like that's like, what are you honoring? It's nothing there. And I just wanted to at least put it out there so that they know, like, man, you have to be the one to break the cycle. No matter how many people is gone, no matter how many people going on the other side, somebody got to break the cycle. And that's one of the reasons why I did want to retire, to be able to put myself in a position to voice that and be vulnerable about that. Like I said, I'm not a gang banger, didn't grow up like one. But at the same time, some of my friends did grow up that way. And the same way I'm talking to y'all is the same way I talk to them. Where it's like, bro, your choices. When I was younger, Big Tim, bro, you going over there? Why you going over there, bro? Don't do it, bro. Don't. All right. Come back. I shouldn't have went. Nigga, I told you.
Right.
Told you, nigga. Yeah, come on over here, shoot this dice. We got, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted them to know about the choices part too. You know what I'm saying? Like the choices within like the culture of honor and the love. You know what I mean? Like understanding the love part and yeah, just love, bro. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Now that you're retired, you get to spend time with your beautiful wife, Elena, and your 2 kids and your son, PJ.
Yeah.
Talk to us about retirement life.
The retirement life been good, man. Lena was the one that when I was going through my shit, she was the one that kind of let me know that I was tripping at times, to like stay focused, and to let me know when I was thinking like micro, that sometimes that I should stay in the macro field of things, because I did come to her with some dreams or some ideas, and she like, man, like I see you like this, and I see you global. I was thinking domestic. So to have somebody like that in your corner, the way she take care of my kids, PJ, everybody, that's something that I cherish and something that I always protect. So, but to be going through what I was going through, she was like a safe haven at the time. So after I met her, I said I was going to make a vow to myself for 7 years, and it's been 11 years now since we met.
Talk about some of that hot shit you've been dropping with old, what's his name, Jerry Lorenzo?
Oh,
Talk about some of that hot shit.
no, that's his shoe. That's
up?
his shoe, bro.
14.
14, yeah.
No, he reached out. I was supposed to plan those this year, but he reached out, asked to do a collab and a partnership, I would say, and I said I agreed to it, but I didn't hold up my part by like playing on the court. But he showed love afterwards with like the photo shoot. He did all the other shit too. He sent some shoes for me to wear this weekend to show up here with my logo on them. And it's been love this whole time, gear whenever I need it. So shout out to Jerry.
And another thing I want to touch on, man, you going in the Raptors next year, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. I seen that.
Shout out to
You know,
they came
yeah,
through.
come on, man. That's big time. Man.
It commit real big time.
that's-
But why
yeah.
you ain't want the statue though too? I heard you say you ain't want no statue. Why you?
No statue, bro.
Man, you deserve
The
a
way they
statue
did
and a
D-Wade
jersey.
shit, nah.
Man,
no
looking like
statue.
Louis Gossip Jr. in this motherfucker.
The way they did his,
You don't
nah,
want to do
bro.
that. I see.
I mean,
They ain't gonna have you like
the
that.
jersey cool. You know what I'm saying? That's more than enough right there.
No,
Because I
for
never
sure.
would have thought they would have put another jersey up there, especially after Mike. So, or Pip. So,
For sure, out the mud. We definitely gonna be in there for that. Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
gonna
we
be a
need y'all
special
in
night,
there.
man.
Yeah, we
You know,
need
I
y'all
went
for
through
that.
it, man. You gonna have some tears coming down your eyes, and we got Corleone's coming up in a couple months. He about to go on the
You know
Raptors
we
in
in
Memphis, man. So shout out to Corleone, man,
Yeah,
and you too, man.
Love,
Give you
my
guys your flowers, man, for sure, man. You one of the best to ever do it, man. Out the mud, and you coming from where you come from, and you stay focused and stay humble. You know, never got in no trouble, or you know, you always were straight by the book, and that takes a lot of discipline, man. And man, your flowers well deserved, brother, for
Love,
sure.
my nigga, loves you.
obviously, if the viewers wondering why my voice is a little raspy, it's because I've been screaming, "Let's go, D-Rose," this whole damn weekend. Explain the weekend for us, and how did this all come about, and how did you plan this?
So this came about a few months ago when I decided to retire. It was about creating a team with Maddie, Rand, Elena, and Art. We all came together and created a team to be able to put out these projects. Like, we jumping around. We went from the retirement to the flower shop to what you seen with like PJ, jumping around everywhere. But it's something that we've been working on within, for real, like a month or so. So rushing all this every day, having meetings, late nights, them having calls, communicating with one another early in the morning. The grind, but it's a different type of grind. But we love the grind, though. Like,
exactly.
The challenges of disagreeing with one another and having to work it out. Like, that's what I love about it. It's the same thing as in basketball, but you just in the room, bro, and you really have to talk shit out and express yourself. So the joy of that, figuring out that, and seeing how people perceived or looked at the weekend and how the love we've been getting, it's been unreal because, like I said, it's not me, bro. It's all them. Like, I agree to it. They come up with a concept or a paradigm, and I say yes and no. With me saying yes, I have an input on what I think should change in it if I want to change something in it, and we go about it that way.
It was dope because what I enjoyed about it, I ain't gonna lie, the game. Actually, I think you should do that every year. Next year, I will be playing.
It's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be bigger, bro.
It's gonna be bigger.
No. We need money, but money bag. We need all
bag locked in.
Bag,
sure.
We need make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? We need that.
Yeah, step, right. I'm glad we just got that understood. But I enjoyed it. But I like your connection with Simeon, man. Talk to him about like how you kept that connection with them, and now that you doing everything with Adidas with those folks, and how you refurbished the gym and things of that nature.
I mean, with Tim, I've been knowing Tim ever since third or fourth grade. So to see him as the head coach is crazy. And not only that, but my guys that I hang around, Rand, BO, they still be at Simeon. They still go to picnics. And been having a picnic at Simeon for 20, 30. Yup. So with us getting older and understanding like the rich history of Simeon, we knew like, man, every generation had put their twist on the school. They may add something different or a different location. Then my guy Rand ended up telling me like, he mentioned to me like, bro, what you think about us doing that like for the school? I was like, yeah, let's see if we could do it. He's like, no, I think we could do it. You want to do it? Let's do it. And what you saw is what Rand and everybody else put together.
Speaking of Rand, I don't want to let this go past me. I'm in Chicago. I won't get when you say everybody in this with you, I want you to speak about Harv. Talk to me about Harv.
Wow. Harv is a straight father figure to me. When I first met Harv, I thought he was a drug dealer. And I asked him that straight to his face. And he laughed at me so hard in my face, bro. Like, what? Pulled me over to his office. He was like, man, look at this table. He was like, man, I make the chemicals that clean the water, that clean your ass, that you drink. I make them chemicals. Chemicals. I was blown back by that. Like, made me feel like shit in a way too, because I'm asking him if he do all this nefarious shit and he actually got a legit job. So he's showing me it. It grew from him showing me it to I'm standing up a random crib almost the whole summer because I couldn't walk around in my neighborhood after a while because they were shooting so bad. So the summertime, I'm sleeping at Rand house on the floor. I never slept in no bed at Rand crib. I was always on the floor at his crib because his younger brother had the bed, and I want to take the bed from him because I was the younger brother, and I know how younger brothers are. I don't want to disrespect him like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I let him have the bed. Not let him have it, but I slept on the floor the entire time, and I became like his third son, where I'm waking up 6 in the morning. He taking me on the west side over there by Nero and them to get my hair cut.
Yeah, shout out Nero.
Shout out to Nero and them, to Kev, and them, shout out to Kev too, Big Kev, taking them out there to get my hair cut. And we waking up like at 4 for a 6 o'clock haircut. And it went from that to him giving me knowledge to him actually putting the expectations on me. He made me write out my goals in like high school. Like, man, I want you to write your goals out. And I got them to this day. I got them laminated where like I put like 20 things that's on there and I checked off all of them, bro. But it came from Hav. Shout out Hav.
Big shout out to Hav. Meanwhile, before we get you up out of here, I got one more for you. You got to name we gonna do, normally Mount Rushmore is 4.
Ooh.
Right? But we gonna put 5 on there. What's your Chicago best basketball players? They made it, they had to made it to the league. You ain't make it to the league, you ain't getting on it. What's your top 5 Chicago basketball players? Let me hear it.
I gotta go Zeke.
Ooh, Zeke.
Shout out Zeke, that's a good one.
Shout out Zeke.
2-time NBA champion, shout out Zeke.
It ain't by no position, just the best
Just
players.
five
Five dogs.
Just 5 on. I mean, you know, I
Will.
don't mind getting
I gotta
on there.
go Will.
I don't mind getting on there.
I gotta go Will on that second. TA. Will Bynum.
Will
second.
Bynum.
Bynum.
Shout out Will
Yeah,
Bynum.
yeah.
Shout out Will Bynum.
TA.
All right.
Ooh, Coleon.
You
Okay,
understand me?
Coleon.
Come on now.
Only reason I threw Will was a fucking prodigy.
Yeah,
bro.
and a lot of people don't know his game.
That's a fact. He was a prodigy.
They don't understand what he meant to the city, what he meant to my life, and just bringing me back into the basketball world. Because like I told y'all before, like I was lost out here in the city, and I thank him for even pulling me back into the realm of school and basketball itself. So yeah, big shout out to Will Bynum. But take me off there. I don't want to be on there. I just want to hear.
I gotta go
I need
Bari.
5.
I do Bari, Jabari.
Jabari, okay.
I'm gonna throw Pat on there.
Throw PB.
BB.
I'm gonna throw Sharon name up there because when he was playing, he was a motherfucker too. Sharon.
Sharon,
College.
okay.
Boy,
Sharon,
Sharon, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Cause that's one of the hardest questions. We had Bobby up here not too long ago. He couldn't get past 2.
Who Bobby said, "Oh, Bobby."
Bobby say, man, that's a tough
He
one.
should have won his air shot. Most of the people I named, I played against him for real.
Mm-hmm. And Sherrod Collins, he put 2 crane guys on it.
Exactly.
You noticed that, right? So shout out to the West Side, man.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, bro, about the comparison. I think Ja and you compare so much to each other. His game compared to yours, like. And I done heard that a lot. Like, what you think about his game? Like, I see the explosiveness. I see I see everything.
I see pure point guard. Like when I text, I remember I texted the group chat like a little while ago. Like, his talent is his passing. Like everything else is like, and like it's like an enhancement. Where like his jumping, his the way his IQ. And all that, but I feel like if he off that night, he gonna have 12 or 15 assists. You know he gonna have double-digit assists, and that's hard to do now in these days in this game. With him not being like a crazy 3-point shooter, he's still getting his numbers. So like players like that, I love to like watch or love to look at because you try to figure out how are they being productive during the game or how are they changing the game. But I don't like to say that we like play alike because he jump higher, he do crazier most shit. He take
you had some bounce too though. G.
His risk, he risky as fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't think some of the risks that he take, I wasn't willing to take like that. You feel what if you get what I'm saying?
And then he came baseline. Was it Boston? He was gone.
Oh, yeah, the reverse dunk. After he said he was done dunking?
I think he said he was done after that one.
He dunked that.
He risky as shit, but
yeah. I see a lot of comparisons, but man, shout out to John the Grills, man. What about Memphis though, man? What you got to finish. You got to talk about the M-Town, man, because they love you in Memphis, man, and what you think about that city, man.
I mean, I'm still there. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go back, bro. I felt like I left college too soon. even though I didn't stay the whole 6 months. I got in a fight. Then Cal sent me to LA to finish it out for like, I ain't go to school for like the last month of school. I was in LA working out because I got in a little fight there. So going back, that's what made me want to go back, because I felt like I left like soon, and I wanted my kids to experience the Southern hospitality. You know what I mean? Right when we got down there, PJ was like, "Man, they so nice. The kids nice, bro. Like they nice, man." I'm like, "Yeah, you could tell." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, like yeah, that's good. You could tell that. This the South, son. It's different out
hospitality.
here." Yeah.
So, out the mud, you did.
Rose, I got one question. I'm sure you've seen clips of people saying, like, I know T touched on it earlier, the Derrick Rose food, that a lot of guys ducked you when you were on the schedule. How do you feel about that?
Ducking.
Like, a lot of guys ducked you because of Derrick Rose.
I wasn't into that. I wasn't into it. I was on some shit where it's like, yeah, I know. That's I know. But I've been scared to play niggas though. I've been scared to play guys before the game.
I had a nigga calling for help when they play. Help!
Yeah.
Help! I told that nigga, what's his name? My boy David West. I told we in New Orleans. I ain't get the money. Help! I looked around, I said, nigga, call 911, nigga. I said, call 911, nigga.
That's why. And to the tip, and to that after that tip, it's over with. That shit, it's cracking up. But I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, my nigga.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, man. We
Love,
shit.
bro.
Come on, man.
What you
One of
said?
the best to ever do it, you know?
Love, bro.
Hall of Famer.
Man, coming from out the mud, man. You motivate a lot of kids, and seeing, you know what I mean, you hear we all come from the same background, man. You just motivating, and man, keep going what you're doing. Business roles. You say your new
That's
name.
a fact. Yeah,
Business
yeah.
roles. For sure.
Facts.